Hello, this is the Play Property channel. This is Larry. This is going to be my first video of doing a constructed deck for the Transformers card game made by Wizards of the Coast. It makes Magic, of course, the most popular one. So anyways, I'm going to be doing the deck. There's a back of the binder challenge going on online in the community group and Facebook page, and it involves Grapple. So the challenge is to make a deck revolving around Grapple. So I'm going to go through my thoughts on how to create this deck, and I'm going to show you my deck here at the end and then submit this video for the competition. So first off, I guess let's take a look at Grapple here. So Grapple, if I can zoom in there. When you flip to this mode, you may discard your hand. If you do, and these cards have a battle icons of exactly 4 different icons, do 4 damage to an enemy. So, and then when you flip over to this side, you've got when this battles and you flip battle icons of exactly 4 different colors. This gets +4 attack and +4 defense till the end of the turn. So the wording is especially important for this. So I've built a deck around him to kind of highlight him. I mean, exactly 4 different colors. So right now there's 5 colors, so there could be more colors in the future. So immediately I'm going to be only playing with 4 colors in this. So my immediate thoughts. And also looking at him being able to play his back part, whatever, you're going to need 4 different colors. So you're going to need at least, there's a few cards that got 3 icons, but most cards have either 1 or 2. So no matter what, I'm going to need 2 cards in the hand to be able to play that ability. So having as many cards as I got 2 colors, 2 different icons on the same card is going to be paramount in this deck to be able to use that ability. And of course, you want 4 for using that ability. So mainly I'm thinking, what are my colors going to be? Well, white for sure. Then you flip it. I think green is also going to have to be for sure, because green allows you to switch cards in your hand, so it maximizes your chance to get the 4 colors you need for this side. So immediately, I'm thinking the first 3 cards in my deck, of course, is going to be Escape Route. So Escape Route, flip one of your characters from bot mode to alt mode. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is, because Grapple's ability, I'm probably going to want him to be in this mode all the time, but when I want to be able to use his other mode, I want to be able to play Escape Route, flip him, and on my turn flip him back to the mode I want him to be in. I don't want him to stay in the other mode. I don't want him to stay in truck mode. So Escape Route, and plus it's got green, is going to be, again, one of the things I need for making sure I've got 2 colors and everything to use that. So Escape Route is in. Now, of course, with Grapple, he's a melee, and he's also a truck. So I was going to think about teammates for him. So originally, I was going to see if I can get like at least a 3 wide with this. I mean, I thought, I can't use, what is it? Was it the Outback Patrol or whatever? You can't use them. They were disqualified from being used in this thing. So I immediately kind of thought, okay, got to keep a truck, got to keep a melee, got to keep it an Autobot. So I kind of went through all my Autobots. I was kind of originally thinking about doing a 3 wide. One I could do with trucks and melee was Ironhide, which I was kind of thought was kind of interesting. But I found when I was kind of making the deck that I was putting like Ironhide's laser in, and like the deck was starting to get away from Grapple and go more to Ironhide, because Ironhide was 2 to 3 characters. And I just kind of felt, if this deck is supposed to be about Grapple, that wasn't the way to go. So I kind of scrapped that plan, even through, I kind of wanted the 3 wide, but that meant I was going to have to go 2 wide. So I went through, 2 wide. There's a few there that kind of like almost made it. Like Hound, both versions of Hound almost made it. Optimus Prime Freedom Fighter almost made it. I can't use, of course, the one Optimus Prime. But I'd elected to go with General Optimus Prime. Now, he's an 11 star, so it's going to put me at 23 stars. But the most important thing is the reason why I picked General Optimus Prime is because he's got Tough 1 to each other characters, so not him, gets Bold 1 and Tough 1. So right off the bat, if I'm thinking like turn 1, turn 1 they should probably be going for General Optimus Prime. I'm hoping also with General Optimus Prime in here, he's going to draw fire from Grapple. This deck's revolving around him, but I want General Optimus kind of to grab, some of the attention away from getting Grapple hit, especially on turn 1. I figure turn 1, you should be going for him. If not, then we got a Tough 1 and Grapple. Okay, Tough 1 with Grapple with 2, and I'll get into like the color codes for about 50%. He should be around about 4 anyways. So again, General Optimus, on the other side, he's, he can give himself Bold, Tough 1, and Focus 1. But you know what? I'm not going to try to transform him. I'm keeping him basically in truck mode to help protect Grapple and to draw attacks. Plus he's got a 3 defense, which is higher than 2. So I'm hoping that they're going to try to hit him too. There's also going to be like end game play, like what happens. Like if Grapple's gone and in play, then I can switch over to him and try to use him, right? But he's not the main focus of this deck. The main focus is Grapple, and I want to keep it that way. But General Optimus Prime will help protect Grapple and will draw fire. Okay, but of course when I looked at this, it's, okay, so I'm going to have 4 colors. White and green is for sure in it. Haven't decided yet. It's going to be blue, orange, or black. But now I've got 2 star cards to go through. So I looked through all the star cards, and then I came across this card. Recon System. So let's take a closer look at this card. Oops, sorry for bumping the camera there. So when the upgraded character is battling, flip 1 more battle card, scrap one of the cards you flipped without using his battle icons. Now, I must admit, when I saw this card, I thought I would never use it for a star card. I didn't think it would be any purpose for it, but when I look at this card, and I look at Grapple's ability, it's perfect. You got orange and blue. So you got the 2 for that. And that's for battling. That's for attacking and defense. It gives you an extra card. You get to scrap 1. So it gives you, a chance to maximize the 4 different colors you want. And then plus it allows you to get the extra blue or extra orange if you're attacking. So I just figure for 2 stars, this is the card to go with. I also thought about Heroic Team Up, but the thing is with Heroic Team Up, again, I kind of like this card for being on Grapple. Heroic Team Up, was kind of another one I thought of, but I think Recon System, like I said, I don't think there's any other deck that I would probably use this card for, but this one just is perfect for this deck for Grapple. So, of course, now that I know I'm using this card, so now I know my color I'm not going to use is going to be Pierce. So I'm not going to be using any black. Okay? So colors are done. Put that off to the side. That's part of my deck. Okay, so I kind of got my colors done. So I got to start thinking, what else I want to do. So, again, with Grapple, I want to be able to flip him with getting it back. So I'm going to add 3 rapid conversions. Okay? 3 rapid conversions going in. Now, also for white, I figured this would be a good one for combat training. Because ideally, I would want Recon System on Grapple, but combat training, because it gives me a bold and a tough 1, it's kind of like, it would be like my second choice type of thing. Because the problem with only having 2 of these cards is going to be, am I going to draw them? And I'm not going to have a lot of draw in this deck, and I not want to kind of have a lot of draw because a lot of the time I'm going to be scrapping. So I kind of want to be able to scrap. Like, I might be able to scrap like every 2 turns, every 3 turns. Ideally, I'd like it every 3 turns with escape route or a rapid conversion in my hand. do that extra 4 points damage. But the main thing is I want to make certain that he gets his +4 defense. And then if he's got an extra tough 1 from General Optimus and he's getting extra tough 1s, he should be getting a lot of extra blues. And I'll tell you right now, I got 23 blue in this, in here. I also got 23 orange, I've got 9 white, and I've got 13 green. Okay, just for the breakdown for you guys when you get down here to it. So of course, being melee characters, well, General Optimus is a range on this side, but like I said, I'm not planning on really using him for that. It allows me to use body armor and power sword. Again, another reason to be going orange and blue too. But you put these in melee characters, you get tough 3 and you get bold 3. Perfect. You know, make sure you get that, because you want to be able to get, you want Grapple to be able to get that +4 defense every single time. So if he goes in first, +4, getting also, like I said, about 23 cards, about half the ones that you're flipping are going to be blue. So you should be, on average, probably getting about 6 defense per every time you're attacking him. Okay, so there's, the only problem with these, of course, is that they're single colors, but now, other ones, rollout. And again, this is flipping from, each character's flip from bot mode to alt mode. So again, this is another way for me to flip and then flip back again. Okay. So this is again for rollout. Plus, it's got the yellow and the blue, which is important because you want as many cards, 2 colors. Usually, a lot of people, you're going to be like playing with a lot of peace through tyranny, security checkpoints, but those aren't as important in this deck. Like a lot of people just like, you know, it's just not as important as this deck. Multicolors is what we're looking for. Now again, with General Optimus Prime, because he's a leader, this is about the only card in here that is probably more for General Optimus Prime than it is for Grapple, but it's Matrix of Leadership. Okay, it does help Grapple out with giving him like a +1 attack and pierce, but it's mostly in here again for the double. And it would probably be the one card I said that you know I'll be looking to put on General Optimus Prime. But this is mostly a Grapple deck. That's probably the only card in there. And of course, we're going to want as much bold and toughness as you want. So you're going to use your double blue Handheld Blasters, double orange Improvised Shields. And to keep the, you know, the totals, like I said, even a 23 orange, 23, I had to have a piece for Tyranny. But if you don't care about having the same amount of orange and blue, you can scrap it out for, like I put Scrounge in here. You can swap a Piercer Tyranny for a Scrounge, and it will basically make your orange 22 and your green 14 instead. That'll be maybe the only, you know, things maybe I'll switch out in this, but otherwise, you know, I'm keeping the counts to the search round. And then one thing I like about Scrounge is a scrap top card deck. If it's an upgrade, you may play it. I've only got 11 actions in this deck, and there's going to be 29 upgrades. So there's a lot more chance of this going to go off. But the thing is, again, with this deck, I'm not looking to play a lot of cards because I want to be able to use grapples for damage as much as possible. So if I'm playing anything, I just want to be able to play an upgrade. You know, it's giving tough, or it's giving bold to grapple, or making them flip, whatever. So that's basically, like, I don't really want to be playing a lot of cards. But it's also a green, again, to be able to pull. Of course, I got backup beam, again, blue, green, and again, it's a bold. Sparring Gear, orange and green, and again, it's tough 2. Extra padding. Again, blue and green for the extra tough. So for grapple, depending on what you draw, like it's going to depend on the draw. Like ideally, I'm going to want the body armor and the power sword, right? But if not, if I can't get the tough 3, I've got the Sparring Gear for tough 2, extra padding for tough 1, I mean, technically, I guess I got the Improvised Shield for tough one, too. And then for bold, again, you got the power sword, you got the backup beam, and you also got the Handheld Blaster, right? And then ideally on here is Recon System, but if not, I got combat training as kind of my secondary choice there. And one thing also I like about Recon System, if I do get my preferred thing, is that utilities are really hard to knock off. Now again, like, you know, you might not notice I don't have any cards in here to knock off any armor or any weapons. I mean, again, I'm not trying to play cards. I'm trying to, if I'm going to have cards, I want to be able to scrap them and use that. So that's another reason why I didn't concentrate a lot and put some anti-removal in there, because basically, like I said, I'm not trying to. I'm trying to just basically do my damage, get their characters out of there. So basically, this is it. Let me see here if I can get all this into one shot. Let's see. Maybe if I put, I don't know. Actually, I might have to maybe change the camera angle here. Sorry for the, I guess, a little bit of glare. But that's basically the deck right there. And yeah, try this deck out. I think it's going to be really fun. It's really specific on Grapple, of course. Leave your feedback in the below, and just let me know if you do play this deck, how it turns out. And if it turns out well, maybe I'll make more decks in the future. And for my channel here. And yeah. Try it out, and if you like my deck, whatever, you know, play it. And if you like, you know, this video, like me to see do more, like make comments, maybe make some requests, maybe certain character you'd like to see what I come up with for that character, and we'll go from there. Again, thanks for watching the Play Property channel.